came from the
In the
sky.
sky, yeah.
Seen the videos of people ripping off their face and underneath they're alien. And at the bottom of the video, it says AI generated. You know where this is going. Let's get into it. I don't think that shit is AI generated. I think that's why they pushed AI so much these past couple of years. So that now they can put their real selves out there and we just think, oh, that's just AI. Man, nah, I don't think that shit's AI at all. And nobody seems to be concerned. That's cause we broke, nigga. Give a fuck about no aliens if they real or not, nigga. I don't give a fuck. A nigga could take his face off right in front of me. Move, bitch. I gotta go to work. Then I gotta get home, cook for these fucking kids. Nigga could beam down right in front of me. I'm gonna Derrick Henry stiff arm an alien. Bitch, I just got off work, nigga. We're coming from another planet. Bitch, I don't care, nigga. We struggling. Think I'm gonna be surprised because your skin is a different color. We already got a nigga named Blueface. Have you seen Krishan Rock? Nigga, we used to aliens. Nigga, move. I don't give a shit. I need some money. I don't give aliens, mermaids. Nigga, I don't care, nigga. It's grind time. Hey, have
What's up, man? Oh, welcome to Middle Letters. My green screen is acting crazy. I can't hear you, buddy.
I don't know, I got muted, but yeah.
Oh. Gotta love that green screen action.
You got the power. Got like a order.
I think this is just what we're gonna have to deal with today. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Middle Letters. I'm Shad,
I'm Kobe.
and we talk about all the weird, the creepy things that go bump in the night. A little politics slips in every now and then. We talk about lost history, ancient history. We talk about the difference between history and his story. What else? Conspiracies. What else, bro?
Are you making a music video? No, we are not. We're not making a music video. We are not at all. It's not the podcast you were looking for. It's
Not
music
the
video.
podcast you're looking for
No.
at all.
Sorry, but if you say we like to share, like he did describe, the creepy, the weird, the history, his story. Things you ain't heard of, things they might have, skipped over. That's what we like to talk about. So today, we are talking about the Orphan Train. This is actually something that actually happened. Ain't no cap in this.
Ain't no cap.
I'm gonna turn the music off so y'all can hear me.
Okay.
I want to say it happened in the early 1900s.
Yeah, late 1800s, early 1900s.
So roughly, it was an experimental program where they put about 150 to 200,000 children roughly into trains from the East Coast or New York. I think was the main area. Took them all in a train and shipped them out to the Midwest.
Yep.
Some of them I think were working. And some there's no child labor laws like there are now. So they were out there working for some people, essentially slaves for some families. Other families I think adopt them. I think a lot of them kids probably didn't find a home. So the interesting story and the conspiracy behind it is that these kids are actually from a lost civilization called Tartaria or Tartara.
Tartaria.
Yeah.
And I think the guy, our video last week was saying
He was
Tartara.
saying it wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Something like that. Essentially, they either are a lost race of humanoids that are no longer here. To some, I think some people are saying this was an experiment to get rid of these children. Is what some believe.
Yeah, it's almost like they picked them out. You remember that scene on Star Wars: A New Hope where Uncle Owen and Luke went to pick out the droids?
Yeah.
it was kind of like they're kind of picking them out like that, almost auctioning these kids off to people. So I mean, it's kind of human trafficking, low key.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. 'Cause I mean, I haven't really watched the video, but according to the one we watched last week, these children were working in
Right.
some of these mines, stuff like that. So they're definitely, yeah, they were working. If they're working and doing labor, can't imagine what other work they were doing, quote unquote. Um, Coming off those trains, it's crazy. 200,000 children. Where did these kids come from? Was this all from basically uh what was going on in the early 1900s? Was it the Great Depression?
No, that was the Great Depression was in the 1920s. We don't know what happened. We don't know why they they were shipping these trains off.
1864 to 1929. I mean,
Yeah. What one of the theories was that there were just a lot of homeless kids in New York, but 200,000 kids,
why that many kids in yeah.
it doesn't
Well,
track.
obviously we don't know. Maybe the video will let us know. This is a video by excuse me, by Erased Century. They have about 53,000 subscribers, so definitely go check them out. Um, I haven't watched this. I'm not sure that to go from it from a historical standpoint or a conspiracy standpoint, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's
You know a little bit about it, right?
yeah, I think it's a little bit of
A little bit
I
of
think it's a
both.
little bit of both.
All right.
Yeah, and guys, kind of just hang in there with me. I got this new mixing board, so for the podcast, and I'm still getting used to it. So if I sound
Um.
off, just let me know.
So
Um,
I
but
can start off. Go ahead.
hold up, bro. I was. What about the small talk, man? How was your weekend?
Oh yeah, it was cool, man. How was yours?
He's like, "Nigga, this is get to the show. Fuck all that bullshit. Dude. I got shit to do. Do the Wolves play tonight? They got their asses whooped
No, yeah,
yesterday.
well, yesterday they played tomorrow.
They play tomorrow. Okay, okay. So I don't know if you guys know, but there was a No Kings protest yesterday. It was huge. I think there were 200,000 in Minneapolis. That's one of the ones that they're talking about a lot. I don't know if you saw the one in San Diego, where they made that human sign basically, like in the
No,
on
I
the
didn't
beach.
see that.
Oh
That's
man, it's
crazy.
insane. Yeah, I think I put it in my story. I went story crazy on Instagram this morning. Um,
I should have. I didn't participate. I should have participated, but I didn't. I ended
yeah,
up
it's
postponing.
you didn't go.
No, I didn't go.
It's a funny story. Me and Casey, we were going to go check out this event that was downtown Dallas, and I was trying to get there, and I kept getting averted because there are a lot of police cars, whatever, just diverting traffic to stay away from the protests. I didn't know they was having a protest. I thought it was because of the event that we were going to. Um, and then there was a helicopter hovering. We had no idea what was going on, so we take the scooters to the little event, and all of a sudden we started seeing people with all these signs and all that. And I'm like, I think there's a protest going on. And Dad sent the text talking about we're outside. I had no idea what he was talking about at first. I'm like, yeah, me too. Let's go. so so then I started to see the message go through. They actually have to protest and all that. And bro, no lie, when we left the first bar we were at, the protest was going through. Like we had to walk with the protesters to get to our scooters so we could go down
You're
to
part of the
2000.
protest.
Yeah, so we were part of the protest, baby. We were all about it, man. So, anyways, doing our part on the front lines.
Yeah, man. I didn't do anything, bro. I was kind of chilling yesterday. I was supposed to go to my boys' event. Didn't go to that. I just wasn't. I was chilling yesterday. So, but yeah. I mean, shout out to the people who went to that. I mean,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
you
It was huge. It
they're
was
doing
huge.
their part.
Yep.
I don't know. It's a weird time in America where like maybe it's just me where I'm kind of just like checked out, kind of. You gotta lock in. You should stay locked in. But it's just a time where it's like it is what it is right now. I mean,
Yeah,
no offense
man.
like to fight, but he's doing a lot of terrible stuff.
He
So
is, man. And
um,
and look, shout out to mom and pops. Boomers are out there. I thought that was amazing. Our sister, she's really involved
Yeah.
in the community. So she was out there. I think she was at the one in Minneapolis.
No, she was
I
at the
think.
one in Egan.
She at the one in Egan. Okay. Oh, so she's out there with mom and dad. She just didn't see him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
All right. All right.
um,
Well,
but
very cool. But all right, man. So let's get to the reason why all you guys are here. We'll go ahead and get to the video because we want to run it.
sure.
All right.
That being said, yeah, like, this is a weird time 'cause it feels like it's weird that we have to say, kings to this, like, I don't know, to
That
a
is strange.
president, but what, it is
Yeah.
weird time.
This
Anyways, this
is
is the
America.
video, again, by Erased Century, I believe that what is the name of the, YouTube channel, and this is a video called 250,000 Children with No Parents, the Orphan Trains.
It is not a long video, so
Yeah, yeah,
we'll
be
be
quick.
quick.
Hit me before the story did. 250,000. 250,000 children. No parents, no last names, no birth certificates, no records of where they came from or who they belong to. Loaded onto trains between 1854 and 1929 and shipped across America like freight, distributed to strangers in 47 states. And somehow this is a footnote in history books, not a chapter. I found it while pulling threads on the 1890 census destruction, searching for what else vanished during that same window of time. One record gap led to another, which led to a name I'd never encountered in any classroom. The Orphan Trains, the largest mass relocation of children in American history. A 75-year program that moved 250,000 human beings across a continent, and most people have never heard of it. That alone should bother you. What bothered me more was the math. The official story goes like this. In the 1850s, eastern cities were overwhelmed by immigration. Families poured in from Europe, crammed into tenement housing, and when parents succumbed to disease, poverty, or addiction, their children ended up on the streets. New York City alone had an estimated 10,000 to 30,000 homeless children by 1850. A Yale-educated minister named Charles Loring Brace saw these children sleeping in alleyways, forming gangs for protection, getting arrested and thrown into adult prisons as young as 5 years old, and he decided to act. In 1853, he founded the Children's Aid Society. His solution was simple. Take these children out of the city, put them on trains, send them to wholesome farming families in the Midwest who needed labor and could provide moral upbringing. The first train left New York on October.
And not to cut it short, but that's just stupid. Like, so you thought that it was a good idea to ship off kids with no paperwork, no explanation, no adults going with them, and that some family out in some farms, but yeah, come on, and like, what kind of thinking is that?
Yeah.
That's,
Well.
that's what's running our that's what was running our country then, and it still is.
Yep.
Dumbass, dumb, it's
Mhm.
dumb.
Not thinking it through.
It's dumb people with no critical thinking skills.
None.
The hell?
1 of
Absolutely insane.
1854, carrying 46 children to Dowagiac, Michigan. By the end of the week, all 46 had been placed with families. The program expanded. Other organizations joined. The New York Foundling Hospital, the American Female Guardian Society. Over 20 separate agencies eventually participated, and for 75 years, the trains kept running. Now here's where I'll be fair to the official narrative. Many children did land in loving homes. 2 orphan trains.
But that's just luck. I
Right.
mean, that's just not like he didn't know for sure. He didn't make sure to stick with these families to make sure that they weren't weird. Like he and who knows?
Mm.
That's just what they reported too. Like
Talk about that. Yeah, that's just what they reported. We don't know if
yeah, we don't know.
it's true or
That's
not.
just
That makes us feel a little bit better. But
yeah.
we don't
Well, majority went to loving homes. Well, thank God, but you didn't know. You didn't know for
know.
sure.
Right.
Train
Right.
riders went on to become state governors, Andrew Burke of North Dakota and John Brady of Alaska. A 1910 survey claimed 87% of placements were successful. Charles Loring Brace genuinely believed he was saving lives, and in many cases he probably was. I don't dispute that. What I dispute is the scale. What I dispute is the origin. What I dispute is the silence surrounding the parts of this story that don't fit. Let's start with the numbers. New York City's total population in 1850 was approximately 500,000 people. The claim is that 10,000 to 30,000 of them were homeless children. That's anywhere from 2 to 6% of the entire city consisting of parentless children.
Mm.
By the 1870s, despite the establishment of orphanages, charitable organizations, settlement houses, and the Children's Aid Society itself working around the clock, the number of homeless children grew to between 20,000 and 30,000. The programs weren't reducing the problem. The supply of parentless children kept increasing. Where were the parents? Immigration records exist. Ship manifests exist. Ellis Island processed families together, not unaccompanied minors by the tens of thousands. If these children arrived in America with families, something happened to those families after arrival. Something so widespread and so thorough that it produced 250,000 children whose origins couldn't be traced over the course of 7 decades.
That's
And
insane.
here's what
7
no one
decades.
explains. If you add in the British Home Children Program, which ran from
You're
18...
saying most of kids who came here were immigrant kids, and they couldn't be like saying their parents are missing.
No, I think what they're saying is that how is it that they're able to document all this stuff even when immigrants come in and they can't document where these kids came from? That's the way I
Oh,
that's the way I
1969 to
understood it.
1948 and relocated over 100,000 children from the United Kingdom to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa under nearly identical conditions.
See, it was the same thing all around the world.
350,000. Same decades, same methods, same pattern of children labeled as orphans, even though 2/3 of the British children had at least one living parent. Same untraceable origins, same sealed records.
so this gets to the conversation that we were talking about last week, then, where
Mhm.
there was like these kids, they don't know where they came from. They were orphans with no parents, with no traceable backgrounds, or I don't know if background's the right word, you know what I mean?
Right.
Origins. And so this is the theory that they were from this lost civilization.
Right. Because it was happening all around the world. All
Okay.
around the world. So, where are all of these kids come from? Why were they shipped out? Where are the parents? They haven't even haven't in some area, a lot of areas, they found no remains of the parents.
Yeah.
So where'd they go?
Interesting.
Two
Yeah.
parallel programs on 2 continents, producing the same result at the same time. That's not poverty. That's not coincidence. That's a pattern, and patterns demand explanation. But the explanations don't come because the records don't exist. The National Orphan Train Complex in Concordia, Kansas, the primary museum and research center dedicated to this history, maintains a database of just over 8,000 confirmed riders out of 250,000. That's roughly 3%. The New York Foundling Hospital, which sent out an estimated 100,000 children on its own, has records described by researchers as practically non-existent for trains and riders.
How
What?
did
Many
that happen?
organizations kept no standardized records at all.
So they're saying that they I don't understand. So they have the number of people who rode the train, but they don't have the records of these people?
They don't
Then how
have
do
the
you know they rode the train?
I don't know. You did a head count?
Children were pulled directly off streets with no documentation of their family origins. Names were changed upon placement, sometimes multiple times. The
What?
Children's Aid Society and the Foundling Hospital still keep their archives restricted.
Hey, go, bro.
Descendants who contact them receive.
I don't know if they said in this video, but some of the older kids that could kind of remember where they came from, their parents' names and all that stuff, they made them change their name.
Yeah.
It told them to forget about their past and where they came from.
Were these kids black?
No.
These white
Well,
kids?
they're white kids, absolutely, because it was going on around the world. It wasn't a slave trade. Like, it was going on in Europe. It was going on here. They've sent the kids to Australia, New Zealand. So, as far as I know,
The only people I know who
They were
like
just black
change their name are black people. So, like,
that's
usually
true.
I'm like, why would they have them? They don't usually do that. Usually, like, your name's your name because of your. Yeah.
Because think about it. They don't change their name. If as a conspiracy goes, they don't change their name, then it can be traced
Trace
back
back.
to that civilization. That civilization that was more advanced than ours. They existed at the same time,
They were trying to hide.
trying to hide it.
Or the government.
believe, and I'm quoting their own policy here, non-identifying information in the form of a letter. No copies of documents are provided.
That man ain't
A
got no
quarter
arm.
million children moved across a continent. 97% of them have incomplete, missing, sealed, or destroyed records. In a nation that was simultaneously building the most comprehensive census system in the world. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Mhm.
Speaking of the census, the 1890 census was the most detailed population survey the United States had ever conducted. For the first time, each family received its own dedicated form. It collected information on immigration status, naturalization, English language proficiency, home ownership, race, household composition, and the relationship of every individual to the head of household. It captured a nation of 63 million people during the exact peak of the orphan train era. The highest placement rates occurred between 1882 and 1892. Nearly half of all children sent to Minnesota alone arrived in that single decade.
What?
The 1890 census would have documented precisely where these children were living, who they were living with, and whether their stated origins matched any verifiable immigration record. That census was destroyed. A fire on January 10th, 1921, in the basement of the Commerce Department building damaged or destroyed the population schedules. About 25% burned outright. Another 50%
Bro.
sustained water and smoke damage.
That's a pattern.
The Census Bureau estimated it would take 2 to 3 years to copy and salvage what remained. They never started. The damaged records sat in warehouse storage for 12 years, untouched, deteriorating. Then in December 1932, the chief clerk of the Census Bureau quietly added the surviving 1890 schedules to a routine list of papers approved for destruction. Congress authorized it on February 23, 1933. The very next day, they laid the cornerstone for the new National Archives building. Of the 63 million people enumerated, only about 6,300 entries survive today. And this was the first census for which the government discontinued the practice of filing backup copies at local offices. No backups, no copies, no redundancy. For the
Why'd they do
single
that?
most genealogically valuable census ever taken, covering the exact years when 250,000 unidentified children were being redistributed across the country. The pattern repeats with unsettling precision. But let me tell you about the part that still keeps me up at night, the display. When trains arrived at their destination towns, the children were taken to courthouses, opera houses, church halls, or railroad platforms. Advance flyers had been posted in local newspapers, homes for children, wanted, and the children were put on stage. They were made to stand in lines, they gave their names, sang songs, recited little performances, and then the townspeople selected them.
What?
According to Sarah Jane Richter, a
Like
professor of
slaves.
history at Oklahoma Panhandle State University, people came along and prodded them and looked and felt and saw how many teeth they had. Orphan train rider Stanley Cornell described it in his own words. We'd stop in these little towns and get out of the trains and they'd interview us. It was kind of like a cattle auction. Some ordered boys, others girls, some preferred light babies, others dark, reported the Daily Independent of Grand Island, Nebraska, in May of 1912. A woman in Burlington, Iowa, told a reporter in 1889 that she wanted a particular boy because he has his hair combed. Siblings were separated routinely. Brothers watched
Jeez.
sisters get chosen by different families. Then the unchosen children got back on the train and rode to the next town, and the next, until someone picked them or the line ran out. Many never saw their families again. The phrase, put up for adoption, comes from this era. Literally, children put up on platforms for selection. And when they arrived at their new homes,
Oh,
the erasure
that
was
makes
complete.
sense.
Wow.
Wow, that makes sense.
Put 'em up.
Put
for
up.
adoption.
I never thought about that. Put up for adoption.
They just said, "All right, good luck." And
Weird.
people would. That's like a lot like the slave trade. It was human trafficking.
It's human trafficking. Yep. It's most
Completed.
definitely human trafficking.
Rider Alice Ayler said in 1996, I was one of the luckier ones because I know my heritage. They took away the identity of the younger riders by not allowing contact with the past. Names changed, histories erased, origins forbidden. Children told to forget everything before the train, told their old life didn't exist anymore. I found one account from a rider who was sent back 3 times. 3 different families rejected him before a fourth kept him. Not because anything was wrong with him, because he was too small for farm work. That's what they wanted. Labor. The
Huh.
legal documents didn't even use the word adoption. They used the word indenture, the same word used for contracted servitude. Abolitionists at the time saw exactly what was happening and called the platform displays slave auctions. Catholic leaders in Boston accused the Children's Aid Society, a Protestant organization, of systematically removing Catholic immigrant children to convert them to Protestantism. Reverend George Haskins, speaking for the Bishop of Boston, accused them of selling children body and soul to farmers. These weren't fringe accusations. These were public charges made in newspapers and congressional hearings. But the trains kept running. And here's what connects it to the broader pattern I keep finding. October 8, 1871, one night. Multiple catastrophic fires ignited simultaneously across the Great Lakes region. The Great
This is
Chicago
important.
Fire destroyed 2,100 acres, leveled 17,400 buildings, and left 70,000 people homeless. That
Isn't that
same
crazy?
night, 200 miles north, the Peshtigo Fire in Wisconsin consumed 1.2 million acres and took between 1,500 and 2,500 lives, making it the single most devastating wildfire in recorded American history.
Damn.
Simultaneously, fires destroyed Holland, Michigan, Manistee, Michigan, Port Huron, Michigan. 37 individual fire areas across 3 states, all on the same night. The official explanation is drought conditions and careless land clearing practices that happen to ignite at the same time across hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
One night,
Right? All
the
on the great-
decade immediately following those fires, 1882 to 1892, was the peak decade of orphan train placements. The fires created massive displacement. Entire communities vanished. Local records burned. Population records, birth certificates, property deeds, church registries, all consumed. And into that void,
Bro.
children with no traceable origins flooded the system by the
Pause real
thousands.
quick. What do you think that was?
the government
Or something?
trying to hide something.
Something. I mean, 3 states got set ablaze, and they didn't mention Minnesota. Minnesota got set ablaze too.
Something happened.
So, what type of weapon in that time could do something like that?
I don't know, but I think if the government something.
Did they
I don't
did
know,
they
bro.
they set the fires? Was it hit by something? You know?
Did they send the morphins right after?
Yeah, they just sent the orphans right after to repopulate. Yeah, yeah, pops, I agree. I agree, but it wasn't just here. It wasn't just here.
Yeah, it's all
So-
over the world.
It's all over the world.
I don't know, bro.
So
Something we
what?
What I mean,
what's-
what else could it have been?
I don't know, man. They're not. They're not telling us something. I think it was a weapon. These
From
places
who?
were bombed. I don't know. These places were bombed. It may have been another advanced civilization. I don't know, because there were these amazing structures in these cities at the time too. You know what I mean? Like Chicago had Tartarian architecture. So, you know, the government burned that down. Did they blow it up? Like, well, I don't know. But you got to think about it. I mean, this was like the late 1800s, early 1900s. So, I don't know, man. That's where it gets weird for me.
I don't get
what.
Yeah,
What was
keep
that?
playing. I don't get why. I don't get the orphans going. Like, why were they sent to the Midwest? Why weren't they sent all over? Why were they just sent to the Midwest?
Right. And why were there so many of them? That's insane. I think worldwide they said it was over 300,000. That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people.
Well,
I mean,
but it was within 20 years or whatever, 18 something to 19 something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, true. I mean, I saw 20,000 people, you know, marching in Minneapolis. That's a lot of people.
yeah.
I think like it was 200,000. There's a lot of people, man. It was filled up. So I don't know, man. But you keep rolling.
At the same time, something else was happening at World's Fairs and amusement parks that I still can't fully explain.
This is
Between
crazy.
1896 and 1943, premature infants were displayed in glass incubators as public attractions. A man named Martin Cooney, who may not have been a real doctor, who changed his name at least once, who lied about his birthplace, operated what he called the Infantorium at Coney Island's Luna Park and at World's Fairs in Omaha, Buffalo, Chicago, and New York. Signs outside read, "Living babies in incubators." Visitors paid 25 cents to view rows of tiny infants behind glass. Cooney claimed to have treated over 6,500 premature babies. The names of the infants were kept anonymous. Hospitals
Crazy.
at the time refused to treat premature babies at all, calling them weaklings unfit to survive. Eugenics exhibits ran at the same fairs where Cooney displayed his incubators. Where did thousands of anonymous premature infants come from? Who were their parents? Why was there such an endless supply of them across decades of exhibitions? And why
Good
does
question.
nobody ask? I keep coming
Baby
back to the
born?
children, not the theories, not the timelines, the children. Real human beings who rode those trains without knowing where they were going, who stood on platforms while strangers inspected their teeth, who had their names taken away and their histories sealed in archives that remain closed more than a century later. An estimated 2 to 3 million Americans alive today are direct descendants of orphan train riders, and most of them
That
carry a
part.
gap in their family tree that can never be filled. Not because the information was lost accidentally, because it was never recorded, or because it was recorded and then sealed, or because the one census that would have captured it all
What's
was
up,
destroyed
BJ?
and never restored when restoration was still possible. I spent
God.
weeks looking
Thanks
for a
for pulling
single
up, brother.
definitive document that explains where all these children came from. A government report, a comprehensive study, an internal audit from any of the 20 organizations that ran these trains. Something that says here is the accounting, here are the origins, here is the verified chain of custody for 250,000 human lives. It doesn't exist. The closest thing is a series of annual reports from the Children's Aid Society claiming general success without providing verifiable source data for the children's backgrounds. The organizations didn't communicate their statistics with each other. Many never published their numbers at all. And over the 90 years since the last train ran, records have been lost, destroyed, or sealed behind institutional walls that remain closed to this day.
Of course.
Maybe it was just poverty. Maybe the immigration waves really did produce 250,000 parentless children over 75 years. Maybe the record gaps are nothing more than 19th century bureaucratic sloppiness. Maybe the simultaneous fires, the destroyed census, the sealed archives, the parallel programs in Britain, the incubator babies at World's Fairs, maybe all of it is just coincidence, layered on coincidence, layered on coincidence. But I've been researching this long enough to know what coincidence looks like, and I know what
Be right
pattern
back.
looks like. 250,000 children with no verifiable origins, records that are missing, sealed, or destroyed at every turn. A census that captured their existence wiped from the historical record. A timeline that aligns precisely with the disappearance of entire civilizations from maps and the systematic destruction of cities by fire. Identity erasure so thorough that descendants with DNA testing still can't trace their lineages past the train platform. Not coincidence, pattern.
That's
And when you
great.
see the pattern, the question isn't whether
Insane.
something happened. The question is what? What generated 250,000 children with no parents in the most documented era of American history? What required their redistribution across an entire continent? What is still being protected by sealed archives? And under 70 years after the first train left the station, the records won't tell you. The institutions won't tell you. The history books barely mention it happened at all. But the descendants are still here. 2 to 3 million of them, carrying questions in their bloodlines that nobody in authority has ever been willing to answer. The children remember, even if history pretends they were never here at all.
That's it.
That's it, guys. We got through that one pretty quick.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got another one called The Old World, and we'll do that another day. And that kind of touches on that subject as well. And that gets more in conspiracy as well. But super interesting video. I appreciate you running the dissertation, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
Yeah, they never talk about that. I mean, I think it's
Mhm.
real. I mean, according to everything I looked at, that actually really happened. So, man,
Yeah, and I don't know
crazy.
why we didn't learn about that, like in history.
It's pretty messed up. But I mean, yeah, I don't know why.
Like, I mean, what were they teaching us, bro?
Not about that.
Bunch of bullshit. That's what it was.
That's crazy.
Insane.
Over what 30 years of shipping over 200 plus thousand kids all over the country.
Quarter of a
Just
mil.
and these places had fires and
Hmm.
they destroyed their evidence of it. Like, what's the point of doing that? Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in the video, the old world, man, they talk about these uh amazing architecture that went up, and then 6 months later, it was destroyed and replaced by you know the bullshit architecture of modern civilization.
weird.
So yeah, it's stranger than fiction, dude. Stranger than fiction. But we're gonna go ahead and get off that and go on to move on to game for the game. Uh, and say, what is that, bro? I don't know what that is. Is
I don't know. Keep it pushing.
that a bot?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Yeah, so we're gonna get the game for the game. So game for the game is a segment of our show where we find interesting reels on social media and we share them. We don't necessarily believe in everything they're saying, but we just find it interesting, and we discuss it as we go. So, since Kobe ran that video, I'll start with the first one called Giants. You know, I love me some Giants. Let's see here. Can you guys hear my fan? Is it too loud?
No, I don't. I don't know what if chat can, but I don't hear it.
Okay, good deal. All right, here we go. Check this out. Oh, I need to unmute it.
And then they airlifted him out by helicopter to Bagram Airfield. And this is where our pilot picks up the story, and he's there to load the body. And so they had to weigh the cargo to put it on the airplane. And the loadmaster weighed it at 1,500 pounds. Subtracting the pallet, the air cargo pallet, they knew that the body weighed exactly 1,100 pounds, or approximately, I should say, 1,100 pounds. But they knew that was the weight because that was the weight that was being loaded onto the C-130. 1,100 pounds.
So what he's talking about is a giant that the military took out in Afghanistan, I believe. They found it in a cave. It had 6 fingers on one hand, 6 toes on their feet. So just crazy. So this is when they killed him, and they were transporting him.
They weighed 1,100 pounds.
That's
Jeez.
insane. That's insane, dude.
Pounds. So 12 foot tall, 1,100 pounds.
Monster.
And 6 fingers, 6 toes. And then the pilot, after they loaded the cargo, he had to take it to Qatar and unload it in Qatar. And then he told me he heard through the grapevine that the dead giant, ultimately made its way to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Now, he didn't know for sure, but that's what he heard. They killed the giant, and then they airlifted him out by helicopter to Bagram Airfield. And this is...
That's crazy, bro.
That's interesting.
That's crazy. And I keep hearing this story, man. So honestly, I think it happened.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it happened. I mean, you think about it, man, like a lot of conspiracies that you've heard over the past 10, 20 years are starting to come out to be true.
As much as people try to ignore it, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, even the little stuff.
Yeah, even the little things. It's just starting out to become true. So remember last week you were asking, hey, have you heard anything? Is there anything trending that's going on that you heard out there with dealing with conspiracies or aliens, ghosts, or whatever? Remember, I was stuck on something. I was like, I've heard something, but I can't remember what it is. It was the dolphin dude.
There we go. It's like the
It was
frog
the
man.
dolphin. Yeah.
All right.
So I put a couple of reels in there. You can go ahead and go with the first one.
All right.
So this is Dolphin Man. If you guys haven't heard, he's the guy that claims that he got abducted by dolphins and they brought him underwater.
I did hear about this. And they're like, yeah, I did hear about this.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro.
Oh, it's not working.
Let me do it again. 1 second.
Is it an inappropriate link that I put there by accident?
No, you're fine. It just wasn't showing on my share screen.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all see it?
Yep.
Okay, so a few months ago, I saw this guy in the middle of the ocean, and he was just standing there looking around. This is how far out it was. And then I look a little bit closer at my footage, and look what I see. Like, look at this dolphin. And this has to be Gerald. Watch this. Have you ever seen dolphins do this? So now it all makes sense. Like, look at this dolphin. He's, like, floating on his back. Like,
Yeah.
Gerald definitely would do something weird like that. So what I'm thinking happened is they recruited that guy that's in the ocean, and now they're like happy because he probably built them an underwater city, and he's like floating on their backs now. Dolphins only do that when they're happy and they're like playing around. The whole thing was just weird though, because after I saw the guy, he just completely disappeared and he never even came out of the water. I didn't know if I was going crazy, so I asked people at the beach if they saw him, and they said yeah, and they saw him go underwater and they never saw him come up again. And now with the whole Gerald thing coming out, it all makes sense. He was definitely helping them build an underwater city.
Is this not strange? I see.
All right. It was cooler when I thought it was cooler when I put it out there. All right, that wasn't a very good reel. Okay. That lady is cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. My bad.
I'm trying to figure out what.
Might have had a few beers when I first saw that.
Bro, what's going on? What is she talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember that. I don't remember that video being that lame.
I thought I was going. Wait, what? What? What?
What? My bad, y'all. My bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. Hey, so I got the next one. That's what it's called. More Dolphin Man.
Oh no.
So yeah, we're going back to Dolphin Man. So maybe this might be a little better. Let's check it out. All right, so I'm muted.
Since that white boy went to jail for talking to dolphins. I wouldn't have believed it if they didn't take him to jail and then kill almost 40 damn dolphins. How the fuck would y'all know he actually talked to dolphins to arrest him for talking to dolphins?
I heard that they went and killed a bunch of them dolphins. Did you hear that too, bro?
No, I didn't. I don't know about that.
Yeah. They said we went in there and murked like she said, like 40 dolphins. Don't be hating on Dolphin Man, Shell. Let Dolphin Man live. Let him be.
Houston Dolphin Man. I know I heard about somebody he got abducted and they made him try to build a city, but I don't whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of kept pushing.
Me too. But it kept coming up. I thought it sounded crazy. I'm like, how the hell was he breathing down there? Like what? No, man. So I wrote it off, but it keeps coming back, and people are starting to think, I don't know, maybe he's not lying. So I'll keep playing the rest of the video.
Dolphins, if you didn't see the shit, you know he talked to them bitches, and that's why he's locked up. So I started to deep dive because I got a fucking brain and I use it. So I ask, why is it illegal to communicate with dolphins? Many people believe dolphins aren't just animals, but highly evolved spiritual gatekeepers or extraterrestrial consciousness living in our oceans. They suggest that dolphins and whales are actually starseeds from the Sirius B star. That's one thing about them Africans. They know about them stars and don't nobody got a damn telescope. That's what be fucking me up. They don't even got shoes on. They know how far a fucking star is and the name of it. Here go another reason why we can't talk to them, y'all. There's a widespread belief in the New Age community that dolphin echolocation has a physical and spiritual effect on human DNA. Fuck! Some esoteric historians, esoteric means only like a specific group of people know this knowledge. Esoteric historians believe dolphins are the descendants or spiritual successors of a lost civilization of Lemuria. Lemurians were supposedly highly telepathic and lived in total harmony with nature.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys. As their continent sank, they transferred their consciousness into the kingdom of the dolphins and whales to preserve their wisdom until humanity was evolved enough to communicate again. Evolved enough? How the fuck we supposed to evolve when they got us on Chat GPT? We're not gonna evolve because guess what, dolphins? They doing shit to our mind. They got us drinking fluoride every fucking day, calcifying our pineal gland. They fucking us up, so we can't click with y'all. We can't click and do all the clicking and do all that cool shit and all that. We'll go to jail, we talk to y'all. And I ask, why do they use dolphins to help women give birth to a baby? Sonic scanning. The most common belief is that dolphins use their echolocation or their sonar to scan the mother and the unborn baby. Believers say dolphins are naturally attracted to high frequency vibrations of the fetal heartbeat. If a pregnant lady get in the ocean and dolphins start swarming her ass, that's them dolphins baby now. They the daddy now. They claim the dolphin sonar can detect complications or even help retune the baby's nervous system during the stress of labor. Motherfucker. And before I close out, I just want y'all to know that dolphins are essentially the aliens of the ocean. Their intelligence is so sophisticated and different from ours. Many scientists argue that they should legally be classified as non-human persons. Long live Gerald, man. Free that white man.
Yeah, I like her.
Motherfucker stole him and they did make him build fucking condo. Ever since then.
Yeah, I like that. She's hilarious.
My black folks, y'all do know Africans got shoes, right? They got shoes and telescopes in Africa.
I mean, yeah, we know that.
We
got. She's being funny, Kobe. Entertainment purposes only.
So, you know, if anybody got offended, I got you. Anyway,
hey, Kobe, shit. People in Africa be like, man, them black people in America, they don't even got freedom.
I mean, we could argue on both sides on that. That's a conversation.
So
we both ain't got freedom.
Anyways,
next one I got is multiple non-human bodies. I have no idea what this is.
Bro, how many bodies you got?
I got multiple non-human.
Oh, okay, non-human. All right.
On my belt. That's my stripe. All right, let's see what they talk about.
Was real visibility to the craft retrieval program says the non-human body.
Oh, the craft retrieval program is something that we covered a while ago. Essentially, that we've been gathering alien UFOs, like crash site, like equipment, stuff like that, since like the third. Other than that, it's like the 1800s. U.S. has. The U.S. is to get. So we've been doing this for a while. So the crash site, whatever, is a deployment team we've had for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Bodies that have been recovered in some of these crafts all look different. There are multiple species. The universe is full of life.
How many different species?
I've heard of at least 4 body types that were recovered.
So all I've heard of is the Greys, which is like the Close Encounters of the Third Kind ones. The Nordics, which is also known as like the tall whites, right? Is that the same thing?
I've heard people say it.
And then there is the reptilians. People talk about reptilians being the scariest one.
No one's ever used that word with me, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
And then there's mantis. There's ones that are like insect-like.
I've also heard multiple military people talk about little beings, little bots that don't seem sentient, that seem they're almost like
a robot.
Yeah, like a robot almost. Yeah.
Drones.
Everyone I talk to who has real visibility to the crash retrieval program says the non.
So look out for the little robots.
All right, that'd be kind of cool. I tell you what, man. The mantis, that scares the crap out of me. I would not want to see a mantis.
That and the reptilian.
Yeah, I think I'm a little desensitized to the reptilians, but if a reptilian looks crazier than what has been depicted in film and you know, different reels and stuff that we watch, then yeah, I'll probably crap my pants. Grays, would the grays freak you out?
No. But, I mean, you know. I always think I can take a gray on until I can't. So,
yeah. What about the tall grays?
Yeah, I can't take that on.
Yeah. I think tall gray messed me up.
Stay away from that. Yeah.
All right. So the next one is why do we sleep?
We had a lot of games for the game. I guess I've been kind of adding to them again.
Good. I appreciate it. All right. So let's check her out.
I wonder if the mysterious reason for needing sleep is because our souls can't spend so much time in these bodies, in this realm, like on this plane. Like, if you can agree that we are all sentient, intangible, soulful beings having a human experience in this body and experiencing the world through that lens, then I think the sort of like powering off that's deemed as necessary, but we can't scientifically, quantifiably explain why we need it. I think that is totally on purpose, and I think it's because we are in the world and not of this world, and so to not rest, to not have a function or a period of time where we get to be completely removed, so to speak, is necessary.
Your route has been up.
I had a little interruption, but I think that's all that I was meant to say on that. I don't know if anyone wants to share their thoughts. I wonder if the mysterious...
I can see what you're saying, because, you know, if you ever looked into it, there's a lot of theory, or not theory, there is a theory that there's no scientific reason why we need sleep. Like, there's no reason, like, you know what I mean? Like, other than we know why we need sleep, but, like, it doesn't, like, but we don't know, like, why we need. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no need. Like, we should be able to do whatever we want. We should be able to move and go as we want because we want.
Well, the body does a lot of things scientifically when you sleep.
Yeah.
So it's all biological. Like the brain even washes itself out.
Yeah.
It washes itself.
Why can't your brain just wash itself while you're awake? Like, why can't you hack your that's what you think. Like, be half asleep, no other way around it.
Right. How come how come we weren't created to do that? Yeah, I don't know. But we kind of just accept it. It's just a part of biology. You know, all living creatures sleep for the most part. Yeah. So we just deal with it. But our consciousness doesn't sleep. So I think we go somewhere and hang out until the body is ready to wake up again.
That's why I think that mall road thing is so interesting, because like I go somewhere and I go to the same place a lot. Like I'll wake up, I'll kind of forget my dream, but I know I was in that one place again. Like, you know what I mean? So
right. Melvin, he shared this dream that he has. He keeps having. I don't know if he wanted me to share it publicly. Sorry, cuz. But if you're not watching, you're not going to see this anyway. But he keeps going to this place. And it's like a dense forest, and it's like a trail, and there's these lions that keep following them. Well, a bunch of lions. There are a whole bunch of animals in this forest, but the lions are the only ones that he sees. So it's kind of like knowing. He knows that there are other animals in the forest, but the lions are the only ones he can see. And every now and then, one of them will notice him, and he gets scared and he runs away from it. And he's been back there. He says about 4 or 5 times now. And he's been there so much. Like he said, he knows the trail. He knows where to go or where not to go. And it's the same thing all the time. I'm like, nigga, I think that's a real place.
Yeah. Or
I think it's a real place, man.
Overcome that, whatever it is. You go ahead and I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Do the next one. I got to run in the bathroom real quick.
It's called How to Know Your Dog is a Skinwalker 101. All right.
Well, if your dog is a skinwalker, people say that if your dog acts like a skinwalker, it won't act like a dog when it's alone and no one's watching. Some people report their dogs acting very strange, acting very odd, and looking at them very weirdly. Simply standing in by the door, standing in the hallway, waiting for something to notice it. And I don't know about you guys, but if you guys remember that one video of like the dog being closed like in the bathroom, and then when he thought like the owners were out, he opened the door. That was fucking scary. Many people also report waking up in the middle of the night and watching their dog staring at them on the bed or through the doorway. Honestly, if I saw my dog standing on the hallway staring at me while I'm asleep, yeah, I'm out. Another sign is that you say your name out loud and your dog stares at you in a very weird way, a very disturbing, unsettling way. People claim that skinwalkers recognize names, not voices. This is why they always advise to never ask your dog what it is because you might not like the response back.
That could have been maybe a cap or no cap.
That probably could have been cap or no cap. I only saw the last part of it. But what was it? What was it saying?
Just like how to know your dog is skinwalker.
So don't ask it shit.
Yeah, don't ask it questions. Don't ask it what it is.
All right. Okay, that's a good public announcement there. So don't be hey. So have you tested it out? Have you asked Ghost?
Nope. I'm not doing that.
You're not gonna mess with it?
No, I'm not.
All right.
Ghost gonna walk through here on 2 feet. I'm good. You see him walk right behind me. I'd be terrified.
Hey, that nigga stands up and closes the door. We have a lot to talk about.
We got something to talk about, bro. Whoa. Well, this been a letter this episode's gonna go up.
Right.
Hopefully I see y'all next week.
If you survive the night. All right, so the next one is called Prison Earth. Ooh. All right, let's see what Prison Earth got to say. All right, here we go.
Said that like millions of years ago, there were these horrendous people who wanted to establish this energy harvesting system here and wanted to exploit humanity for this purpose. And there was a rebellion against them, and the conflict was waged across the entire solar system. Now, this is interesting in terms of what we discussed regarding Mars in our first conversation and the apparent devastation of Mars in some kind of a nuclear war, according to Dr. Brandenburg. So Turner and his group said, Turner, Trevor, Scott, whatever, this remote viewer, it's going to be in my new book, Thanosis. But you can find it. Google remote viewing moksha. People were so disturbed by the video that the guy took it down. He has all his other videos up, but he took this one down, but other people uploaded it to other sites. And so he says the rebels who wanted to like preserve human freedom and self-determination, didn't want humans to be harvested and exploited this way, they lost the war. And ever since then, we've been inside basically this prison where we are spiritually manipulated and harvested for our energy. He said that like millions of years ago.
Remember, we talked about that, bro. Talked about how there was a war for humanity, and there was a benevolent alien race, and there was a malevolent alien race, and well, the bad guys won, and that's why it's so hard here. Earth is a master class for consciousness, for the source. Yeah, it's really tough, and you know, we have it easier than most. Yeah, we realize that, but Earth is hard, man. Earth is hard. So if you can get through it, great. What is that thing that we've been telling folks, bro? When you pass on, do not go to the light. Go back to the universe. The light is going to bring you back to Earth. It's a trick. So go back toward the universe. It's gonna be dark, but go there. I don't know if that's true or not, but when I pass, I'm gonna try it because I don't feel like coming back. I'm good.
What if you don't pass? So what is that? Would you just quantum leap to the next consciousness?
Yeah, but you gotta age out. You gotta age out eventually. I mean, I brought it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait, so you're gonna live forever? That's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, the quantum immortality theory. But and the loophole that they did with age is that, all right, well, you just come back, you get resurrected. I mean, you're not resurrected, but you reincarnated. So it's like, I don't know if I like that deal.
Yeah, it is again. Can I come back
Right.
with my memories at least, or like, could I come back to the same family? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, nah, it's crazy. I don't know, man. It's the same. And think about it. I mean, Earth is not going to be able to sustain life for forever anyway. So what happens then?
That's why
You
there's
know?
a whole another like you're in another dimension.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You go to another dimension, a parallel dimension where the Earth is still
You're not,
thriving. So yeah,
you're not gonna be human anymore.
I can see that. I can see that because it's probably a reality where the Earth is already dead.
I mean, there's a
It's
lot of
like Mars.
TV shows and like stuff like that where people die and then like a whole new like there's a whole new world now. Like this is your life now. That life you had before is over with. So maybe it's something like that, or maybe you do remember your past life in this next life. That'd be crazy.
Some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do, man.
I don't know. Like that,
Even in this life, yeah. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I don't know.
we're getting down a rabbit hole, but
Yeah. All right. So next one.
how many you want to do, bro? We got a bunch.
We can go to. We could probably stop it at the men of letters. I've been telling you this.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. All right. This one's called Undertone.
Y'all don't believe that demons is real. Y'all don't believe that the paranormal is actually normal. It's a movie out right now called Undertone. There are already people saying that after they watched that movie, it felt like spirits followed them home. It was a woman that went to see this movie. She got up and walked out of that movie. Why? Because in that movie, they had demons chanting backwards. Crazy thing is, we went down this rabbit hole too many times.
Ooh, I'm not watching that.
About a paranormal podcaster who's taking care of her sick and dying mother when she starts to hear things. But this is how they play with you. They didn't say that this is going to be the scariest movie you ever see. They said this is going to be the scariest movie you'll ever hear. But you know, people don't take things serious. You remember when things started happening with the Annabelle doll and people thought, that's not possible. But people started losing their lives. Fires started happening. Accidents started happening. Why do you think those things happen? The reason it happened, because these type of movies open up portals. And once those portals are open, there ain't no closing them. Ask yourself how most spells get put on people. By what? By chanting. And there's a lot of chanting in this movie right here. But go see it. Go enjoy this movie right here. Go with your life.
Are you gonna go see it?
Yeah, now I am.
He's like, you damn right, I'm gonna go see it. I mean, people say when they left the movie, something came back with them, though. So you want to take that chance? You know, like I don't know if I want to take that chance, man. Because you know, spells are done by chanting.
That's true.
I'm trying to think if I ever watched something where there was because Evil Dead, they have chanting in that, right?
I've seen in a lot of demonic movies. I don't know why he's trying to act like that's like a
Yeah.
thing.
But what if they really actually put some real shit in there though? For once.
I'm gonna watch it. Sounds good.
Would you watch it at the crib?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Would you watch it in the car?
Steamy cheese. In the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be better to do it in the car, wouldn't
it? Yeah. You have a haunted car.
watch it in your car.
Keep it out the crib.
Man. Yeah, you good.
Would you watch it in a box? Would you watch it with the fox? Sorry.
In the car?
Great example.
From afar.
You watch it from afar. We got Nathan White is back in the building, buddy. Man, thank you for joining, brother.
Watch it in the woods, yeah. I'm gonna watch it. I
would not go see it. It will see me. Funny. Would you watch it in the woods? Would you watch it in a hood?
All right, we're done.
We're done. We're done. All right. So the next one is called Space News. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Check it out.
Some huge space news, but it's a lot, so buckle up. Scientists sent a spacecraft 63 million kilometers away to an asteroid called Bennu. The spacecraft grabbed a chunk of it and brought it back to Earth. Since then, scientists have been analyzing it, and they found some truly insane things, with the most insane being announced this week. What we already knew from this sample is that the asteroid had high carbon content and water together. And together, those indicate the building blocks for life as we know it on an asteroid. It's also rich in nitrogen and organic compounds, and it's also covered in a mineral called serpentine, which looks a lot like a rock we find here at mid-ocean ridges underwater. Scientists think that this asteroid is a chunk of an ancient water world that has been traveling through space for billions of years. Gets crazier. On Earth, life uses 20 amino acids to create proteins. They found 14 of them on this asteroid. Also, you know the 5 nucleotide bases that are used to create DNA and RNA? How many do you think were found on this asteroid? All 5. Okay, now for the announcements from this week. Scientists announced that on the asteroid, they found sugars essential for biology, specifically ribose.
We covered this already.
Ribose sounds familiar.
We've seen this
because it's in the name for RNA. But remember the nucleobases? This means that all of the components needed to create the molecule RNA are present in the asteroid Bennu. This has huge implications. It could imply that RNA is more prevalent in the universe, and it could be the dominant form of early life. In the second paper, scientists also found a gum-like substance that nobody has ever seen on a space rock before. Ever. And finally, scientists found an unexpectedly high amount of dust produced by supernova explosions that predate our solar system. There is some huge space news, but it's a lot, so buckle up. Scientists sent a spacecraft.
Yeah, man.
But I know something about sugar. No, we didn't cover that. Someone in a podcast discussed it.
Oh, okay.
Basically, he was saying, I'm sorry to people who believe in God, but he was basically saying that we've proven extraterrestrial before we've proven God exists.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sorry. I mean, again, I think some of these religions were to explain God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't know what it was.
I'll get you that. All right, so the next one.
What the gummy sister or venom?
Venom, yeah. That's what I thought.
Hey, give me some of that venom, baby. Give me some of that.
All right, the next one's trees. Sorry, y'all.
We're good.
There it is. All right, let's get
We're good. I keep leaving the show, so I got to leave one more time after we do Babel.
All right, here we go.
Get you to see them mountains as tree stumps. If you can really see that, the veil is broken, bro. Because from that point, you see everything. You see everything. You really get to looking at the mountain, you be like, oh shit. That should do like a tree that got cut down. And then you start scanning back, looking at the whole mountain range. You're like, oh, fuck, that's the tree they cut right there. That's disguised as mountains. Boy, that shit stand out clear as day when you know that's a tree you're looking at. And then think about how tall the tree was. You're like, oh, shit, hold on now. I'm looking for evidence about all this shit Rashad Jamal be talking about how we fell in frequency and this was our planet and we was giants and we was blue, red, and green and you did the blah, 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 blah. Look at this big ass tree. If I could just get you to see them mountains.
You've been saying this since we started the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are trees, bro. Those are tree trunks.
Yep.
They're petrified. That's all it is.
Giants try to climb up, and the angels cut them down.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because they were obviously chopped down.
Yep.
You see the cut.
Crazy.
What the hell do you? What? How big? Come, bro. How big were these things, man?
They were like that movie. What's that movie with the blue aliens? Like them
Avatar.
Yeah. Giant, huge. Earth is probably older than we think, and maybe bigger than we think it is, but definitely older.
Yeah, definitely older. Definitely older. Bro, it's just, yeah. The more, the more and more my algorithm starts doing an algorithmic thing, the more and more I'm like, oh my god, it's all a lie. I don't believe anything anymore. I've become a conspiracy theorist.
I mean,
I don't believe anything. I don't trust the shit that's shown to us
when we
anymore.
get to the part we get to, I'm gonna talk about it. But like those CIA projects we've been looking at, it's just like every time you look at one, you're like, so these like comic books are actually hitting on something. Like, you know what I'm saying? These authors like Stephen King are actually hitting on something. It's super interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They said one hell of a fire. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so I'll go to the next one, which is called War of the Worlds. Check this out. Oh, this is interesting.
August 1608, the coastal cities of Genoa and Nice experienced a terrifying mass sighting documented in European chronicles. Large, flying, luminous discs hovered over the Mediterranean Sea, boiling the water beneath them. Witnesses reported that the crafts opened and strange humanoid figures with glowing eyes and scaly amphibious suits plunged into the ocean. The Genoese artillery fired 800 cannonballs at the objects, which simply bounced off their hulls. The crafts eventually shot into the sky at incredible speed. Ufologists cite this as absolute historical proof of transmedium USOs, unidentified submerged objects operating centuries ago. In August...
Think about that, bro. 1608.
That's dope. They've been here forever, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what the Egyptians were showing. That's what the Sumerians and their hieroglyphics they kind of show.
Yep. They've been here, man. They're not new to this. They true to this. So, I know. Pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff.
Oh, Babel. Tower of Babel.
Yep. We said, what happened to the divers? Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, they're they think that there are bases. They think there are bases underwater, alien bases.
Maybe the water was boiling at this part, but lower it gets like, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna shut up. All right, so the next one is Babel.
The Tower of Babel, Yahweh, who's known as Enlil, he built his own tower first called the Duran Key, which means bond heaven earth. And then the humans, when he leaves to go somewhere, the humans build a similar structure. When he comes back, I guess it's probably months or years later, he sees that this thing is being built by humans, mimicking what their advanced culture had built. And he says, oh man, whatever their hearts desire, they will achieve it, which that made it into the Bible. And so he destroys the tower, just like it says in the Bible. And then he says, my seed shall not abide in man forever. His years shall be 120. That also made it into the biblical text. So you see where it's getting copied from. Older ancient texts. The Bible was written from 100 AD to 900 AD. This text is thousands of years prior. And so he then decides to confuse the languages and move people around to different regions of the planet so that we couldn't collaborate.
Because if we can't collaborate, we can do all the things that they can do.
Exactly.
And we can challenge their power.
Exactly. At the Tower of Babel, Yahweh, who's known as Enlil.
And I about 90% agree with that thought process. I almost think that we can do magic stuff if we worked as the human race together. We work together.
Say again, bro.
We would be doing magic type of stuff if we work together. I mean, looks like China does, just because they're working together. Essentially, we have the same mindset of working together. We would be doing things like we would be doing quantum leaping. We would be like, "You want to live longer? All right, here you go."
Like, don't interrupt. We got you.
Yeah. So,
hold on, my mouse is acting crazy.
Let me know.
My mouse isn't working anymore. All right, well, that sucks.
I'll play the next one.
Huh? You got the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your mouth works?
It's kind of working. I think it needs new batteries. I mean, I can use the other one. I just don't want to. Yeah. Do the last one, bro. I'm gonna see if I can put some new batteries in there, and then go to story time after that. Play the story time one.
All right. So this next one is it's called "The Mennonites Have Been Trying to Tell You This." So basically, yeah, we'll see what they say.
We don't actually die when we die, according to the CIA. Let's talk about it a little bit, because for the past about 2 years now, my hyperfixation / special interest has been government / military psyops and FOIA logs and all kind of declassified CIA information. Besties, when I tell y'all the more you read, the weirder this fucking universe gets, and the more things don't make sense, but also simultaneously make sense, especially if you're energetically attuned and or at all in the sense of the word woo-woo. It makes so much more sense, but it also leaves me with like a billion more questions. So let's just read this fun little snippet and talk about it, because I want to keep this a little 3-minute snippet. Since memory is a function of consciousness and therefore enjoys the same eternal character as the consciousness which accounts for its existence, it must be admitted that when consciousness returns to the absolute, aka the energy of everything that is, it brings with it all the memories it has accumulated through experience in reality. The return of consciousness to the absolute does not imply an extinction of the separate entity which the consciousness organized and sustained in reality. Rather, it suggests a differentiated consciousness which merges with and participates in the universal consciousness and infinity of the absolute, without losing the separate identity and accumulated self-knowledge which its memories confer upon. So when you die, your consciousness just becomes part of the collective universal consciousness, but you retain all of your memories and all of the things that happened throughout your life. It also talks about how we're telepathic, how our brains bounce whenever our heart and our brain are attuned. It also talks about how our breathing and stuff being attuned makes our brains and our hearts basically complete a self-sustaining pleasure feedback loop. And if that gets disturbed, it basically puts us in fight or flight, survival, scarcity, lack mindset, which is where most of us are being forced at right now. Everything is energy and frequency, and they know it. They know we're connected to the Schumann resonance. They know the specific hertz that fuck with specific parts of us, you guys. And it's all connected to the weird patents that they have with all the different sensors and shit in our phones that Sabrina Wallace and Edward Snowden have been talking about this entire time. I cannot stress to y'all how much the government and the military knows about the human body and energy and the way that frequency and all of this manipulation distorts us. They know we don't die. They know what happens in the future. They can predict it with 100% accuracy, it also says in this paper. Project Looking Glass, they know they lose in the end. They know they're distorting all of us and that everything is fake and that it's all a hologram, a simulation. They fucking know. So what are you going to do about it? How are you going to use the tools of your oppression as the tools of your liberation, babes?
Yes.
Get super
covered almost 90% of that stuff.
Yep.
Project Stargate, the Montauk Project, the Gateway Project. Something you can literally do right now on Spotify. You can literally do your Hemi Sync right now. Our next show, I believe, should be Project Stargate or Project Looking Glass. I believe that should be our next one, or the Old World.
We'll do Project Looking Glass.
Yeah.
We can
But
do the whole
yes,
world.
the CIA definitely has basically seen into the future and they know what they're doing right now. They did a Project Baby. Know what they're doing right now does not work.
Right.
What we're doing right now doesn't work. But yet they keep, for some reason, they're going down this path. Kind of like when we covered Lemuria, we have technology and ways to heal ourselves with things through consciousness, with colors. I know I'm sounding like a hippie right now, but they know about all this stuff already. So like it sounds like we're over here like talking about some like conspiracy stuff, but this stuff is, you can look at CIA documents. Dad did say something that made me remember the CIA. What are they trying to tell you? They're releasing this information, so they're telling you this for a reason. So you should be wary of what you're looking at. But
Yeah.
there's some this stuff too.
Yeah, they don't do anything just to do it. They're doing it for, they're trying to get you ready for some shit. Like that disclosure is going to happen. That's why they keep prepping you for it. That's why they keep threatening it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, some pretty crazy stuff. So I can't get that mouse to work at all. But I want to switch it up because I gotta do something real quick. So, cool. You just want to do story time first, and then when we get to story time, we'll move to
Where is
cap or no cap.
okay? All right, what's story time?
Yeah, we'll do that, and then I will be right back.
Retired Air Force general, who's known in UFO circles, has gone missing during a hike in New Mexico. Of course, that's where all the business happens, New Mexico, isn't it? Just months after a former colleague disappeared in a nearly identical case. This is US Major General William Neal McCaslin, 68, was last seen on the morning of February 27th as he left his Albuquerque home with only a backpack, wallet, and, as all people in New Mexico need, a .38 caliber revolver for a trail run. Yeah. You might need to shoot some stuff as you exercise. So apparently he was a gatekeeper and participant in the UFO community, and his disappearance has fueled speculation around the disappearance of 60-year-old Monica Razor, who had worked on a rocket project overseen by McCaslin, who also went missing. She was also last seen hiking in a California forest with a colleague. So everyone's there basically saying they must know. And, there was this hint, wasn't it, when Obama said, yeah, aliens exist, and then the journalists didn't ask any more questions. Why?
Which is weird,
and then Trump has sort of said, yeah, he spoke out of turn. Shouldn't have said that. It's national security. And now all these people who might know a thing or two are disappearing.
Gone for a walk and
on
disappeared.
their armed hikes.
Well, one thing that's definitely not true here is there's no coincidence. I mean, this just didn't happen this way. I mean, let's eradicate that as a possibility. There's quite obviously something incredibly sinister and dangerous going on here. So there's nothing normal about this whatsoever. They've gone for a walk, they've taken their gun, and they've disappeared. I mean, although,
but both on separate occasions.
Yeah, they haven't gone together. Aliens don't take people like that.
How do aliens don't take people like that?
Alex, I can't tell you how I know. Otherwise, you'll go for a walk on Tuesday and you won't come back.
That's your Porton Down years, isn't it? Coming out. Everything like, no, categorically, aliens are not interested in 60-year-old hikers with guns who might know what aliens are. That's not what they're after. What are they after?
I want to know how these aliens work, because they seem to work in a peculiar way, don't they?
Well, is it the aliens who have taken them? Or, when you get into the sort of UAP stuff, I love that stuff. The theory is that you've got the big defense companies who have been using equipment, reverse engineering. There's even conspiracy theories that there's like an alien convention that they talk to. I don't know. And that when people find out about this stuff, it's like, no, this has to be top secret because of something. Yeah. And so we're going to kill you. You have to be disappeared because you know too much. I mean,
we should say that later in the story, it did say that McCausland had been suffering from brain fog recently. So I don't know if he's going through the menopause or not.
I think Will Smith jumped over the bushes with that magic biro to zap his head.
And just slapped him and said, don't talk about my wife.
But I love this stuff. And, it's still treated with ridicule. I mean, it's supposed to be funny and weird. It's still treated with ridicule in this country. Other countries like Mexico happily talk about the idea of extraterrestrial life, where here we're like, oh, well, you've gone nuts, haven't you?
No, look, it's been a very interesting case. And of course, one thing I should say, even though I'm employed to be silly about this, is that there are two people with families that have gone for a walk and never come back, which is and in the case of the lady who went missing a few months previously, just the person that she was walking with said she was just there 1 minute
and
then disappeared off the face of the earth the next. That would be quite a worry, wouldn't it?
Drones, helicopter, ground crews, K9 units.
I don't know. It always happens in the States as well. I used to listen to a lot of true crime, and in their sort of parks and stuff, there's thousands of stories of missing people that just. I guess it's not like our parks. These are millions of acres.
Oh yeah, they're not. You know the creepy feeling I just thought about?
What's that?
Aliens could do that. They could literally take this time right now with you and make it as if they could like freeze time
easily.
Zap you from the timeline and erase it from everybody.
Yep.
That's great.
National parks.
Yep.
Yeah, you've got Yetis in there and everything.
Oh,
Apparently,
there's definitely Yetis in there. Of course, there are. Bigfoot.
But it seems to me whenever you have these alien encounters, they seem to like a good forest, don't they?
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? Because you think they'd have technology that wouldn't require them to do it under the cover of the woods.
It's always convenient, isn't it? Where's the alien? Well, it's in the forest at midnight.
Yeah, it always comes out at night, like the ghosts as well. The ghosts always come out at night because I guess you can't see the ghosts during the day.
Do they glow in the dark?
Look, I can't say. You know I can't say, Alex. You know I know all the answers, but I can't say it all. We're going to drip feed this out over the course of Weird Hour over the next couple of months. But I would say that this is suspicious on the basis that they both went missing in similar circumstances with similar amounts of it, having worked on similar projects where aliens were involved.
Aliens were involved in the project. You're revealing too much, Paul. You know a lot more than I expected. Oh, flipping heck, I'm going to have to watch myself after work.
This is definitely weird.
If I'm not here next week, if
you'll
this
be
chair,
here, you're protected.
and he's basically usurps the throne,
just come in.
Conspired with the little green men to snatch me up. I've had a good time. Thank you for your company.
Without even mentioning that this is your show.
just appear here instead when they're hello. Well, on that note, I am going to disappear. Let's see if I re-emerge on the other side of the commercials.
Pretty funny. So I want to do story time so I can get everything set up to bring a special guest on. We got Shell that is going to participate in Cap or No Cap. So welcome, Shell, to the show. I don't have an applause button on here, but if I did, I press it.
By the way.
Yeah, we're frozen.
Am I frozen? We're frozen. Completely get my back.
Oh.
What the hell? It's your fault.
What the heck happened?
Here, we're gonna reload. I'll come back.
All right. So while they get themselves figured out, I think I will go through one of the Cap and No Cap videos. So let's go here. Let me check. All right, so this one's called Hussein Bolt. Let me see if I can get this to show up. Hopefully they get back here soon. All right. This is Cap and No Cap. So Cap and No Cap, if you guys don't remember, if you believe the video is real, you'll say it's cap. Or sorry, real, you'll say no cap. If you think it's fake, you'll say cap. These are just, creepy videos we found on the internet, and things of that nature. So here we go.
Who can explain this?
Nah, them.
Yeah, I can't even see it. Can you guys? Hold on.
The following footage.
All right. Let's begin.
Trash, man. Whoever you're running through there like Usain Bolt.
Hey, bro. Hey, wait a minute. Go back to the street. Something on the
Hey, man. Who that was running through there like Usain Bolt, man? Hell yeah.
I thought I was tripping, dog.
No, you wasn't tripping. They run through that motherfucker like far as
what the fuck was that?
So motor right there.
Nah, them trash, man. Who them here running? That's the hell who running that fast? What nigga you know that quick? Ain't nobody running that fast. What was it? That was my neighbor. That was my neighbor going home. Nigga can run that quick from a pit bull. You see somebody on the street, go the other way.
No, bro.
Go the other way.
I swear, yeah, that way. Somebody just ran down the street, bro.
Ain't nobody on that goddamn
Oh, no, bro.
Man, the man said,
we're running back,
not
y'all.
real, bro. I seen it. You seen it too? Man, I seen it. The motherfucker was running through there fast than a motherfucker.
It's like you could almost see through him. He was going so fast, bro.
I ain't never seen nobody run that
You're
fast.
muted, by the way, bro.
That wasn't real.
I swear it wasn't real.
I for sure ain't going out that motherfucker.
I'm scared now.
Man,
Why not?
how you gonna outrun that?
So,
Who can explain this?
Nah, them trash, man. Who them here running through there like Usain Bolt? Hey, wait a minute. Go back to the street. Hey, man. Who that was running through there like Usain Bolt, man? Hell yeah.
I thought I was tripping, dog.
No, you wasn't tripping. They run through that motherfucker.
Let's do this. We'll run it back. Hold on.
Nah, them trash.
It's so quick. It goes like right in the beginning of the video.
Who can explain this?
Nah, them trash, man. Who them here running through there like Usain Bolt? Hey, wait a minute. Go back to the street. Hey, man. Who that was running through there like Usain Bolt, man? Hell yeah.
I thought I was tripping, dog.
No, you wasn't tripping. They run through that motherfucker like Forrest Gump.
What
What the fuck was that?
So motor right there. All right.
Nah, them trash, man. Who them here running?
Cap or no cap. As Shadow Show get themselves together. Your video was looking good, by the way, y'all. It was just you're muted. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna say no cap. Yeah, that was crazy. I see Nate said no cap. Yeah, okay. His board is dying. Okay. Well, all right, Shy. We'll hopefully if it gets figured out, we'll wait for you. We'll keep it going, I guess. So this next one is called "Don't Look." So if you think it's real, we'll say no cap. Oh, I think we already did. We've already done this. That one. So we'll keep it pushing. All right. So the next one's called "The Storm." So that one we've already seen. All right. Here we go.
What is that?
A March 6th tornado in the US brought something into this house that shouldn't belong. During the flash of a lightning strike, the fire alarm goes off and the CCTV caught a dark figure on all fours in her room. The lightning caused a power outage to parts of her house, and when she called the firefighters to check, one of them sees something horrifying. One of the candles suddenly goes out, then a shadow flies past, catching a firefighter's attention. He mentions he saw a figure sitting on the sofa, so she checks the rest of the footage and sees this. Afraid to touch the sofa because of what he saw earlier, he hangs a flashlight over it, and he checks the breaker box. And you can see the indentation on the backrest suddenly puffs out as if someone was sitting there and now stood up. Then it slowly goes back in again, and it happens once again later on.
There you go.
So what exactly entered with this storm?
What is that?
A March 6th tornado in the US brought something into this house that shouldn't belong. During the flash of a lightning strike, the fire alarm goes off and the CCTV caught a dark figure on all fours in her room. The lightning caused a power outage to parts of her house, and when she called the firefighters to check, one of them sees something horrifying. One of the candles suddenly goes out, then a
That's
shadow
crazy,
flies past,
right?
catching a firefighter's attention. He mentions he saw a
You see
figure
him
sitting
look,
on the
too.
sofa, so she checks the rest of the footage and sees this. Afraid to touch the sofa because of what he saw earlier, he hangs a flashlight over it, and he checks the breaker box. And you can see the indentation on the backrest suddenly puffs out as if someone was sitting there and now stood up. Then it slowly goes back in again, and it happens once again later on.
There you go.
So what exactly entered with this storm?
Good. I'm good on that. What y'all think? I'm saying no cap. What y'all think? No cap. Come on, y'all. We need more. We need more than Nate just saying something. Come on. Anybody else? What y'all think? Man, silent viewers. Pretty creepy.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Thing died. Had to find the charger.
No one's engaging. Thank God. Yeah.
Hey,
I
y'all.
couldn't see it.
So, hey, we got Shell. She's a special guest. I got a new board and it jacked up.
We're
So,
gonna run this back.
Okay.
yeah, run it back for me.
This one's pretty good. I think. No one's saying nothing. But I Nate said no cap.
What we
all
got?
right, so all right, this is called The Storm.
Yeah.
What is that?
The March 6th tornado in the US brought something into this house that shouldn't belong. During the flash of a lightning strike, the fire alarm goes off and the CCTV caught a dark figure on all fours in her room. The lightning caused a power outage to parts of her house, and when she called the firefighters to check, one of them sees something horrifying. One of the candles suddenly goes out, then a shadow flies past, catching a firefighter's attention. He mentions he saw a figure sitting on the sofa, so she checks the rest of the footage and sees this. Afraid to touch the sofa because of what he saw earlier, he hangs a flashlight over it, and he checks the breaker box. And you can see the indentation on the rest suddenly puffed out as if someone was sitting there and now stood up. Then it slowly goes back in again, and it happens once again later on.
There you go.
So what exactly entered with this storm?
Oh,
Y'all think?
I'm gonna say no cap.
No cap.
Yeah, I say no cap.
No cap. That was wild, bro.
Yeah.
That was wow. Which one was that?
The storm. Like something hit her house.
Man, that is
running around.
that is crazy. So the storm brought something in there?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's already there and she didn't even know.
Yeah, possibly activated
I'd
it.
be mad.
That's
Yeah, if something came into your house, though. Like, man, what?
That is insane, bro. Oh my god! Like, get out, man. I pay mortgage. I pay rent. Unless you gonna put in on that,
Right.
you got to be out of this.
Let the house burn down.
Nah, don't turn on
No, man. Like, you saw that, like that indent. That's the part that got me. The indent on the couch.
It's a thing sitting on all fours that I didn't like. What the hell was
Yeah,
that?
that was crazy.
Well, even
yeah.
that the firefighter even noticed it.
Yeah.
And had to put
Firefighter
his
went like,
flashlight on there, like, what the hell?
Yeah,
He was like,
So,
hey, yo. Yeah, that's the same.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, that's definitely no cap. All right, I'll play the next one here. The next one is called Fishing. Yeah, why do I have two Instagrams? All right, here we go.
cap. So cap.
I gotta run that back.
Oh man, big cat.
Yeah.
I knew off top with that lighting. I'm like,
How you gonna grab like a spear?
right.
We're We don't have to go this, bro.
Yeah.
We don't have to go this. That's definitely cap.
Yeah. I'm like, where does spear even come from?
What was he fishing with a spear?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Peter never sleeps. Peter never sleeps. Oh my god.
He can't even fish no more.
That's hilarious.
The next one is called, I believe, it's called Weird, right?
Yeah. Weird, right? Yeah, okay. What the fuck?
What the? Oh, nah. Never. Nah.
What the fuck? Oh,
Cap.
Who's that? Who posted that?
Really, a gorilla in the mist?
That gorilla boy.
Now I've seen wild horses, but yeah, no. That looks so AI generated.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. All right. So the next one is called Little Girl in the Graveyard.
Show goes, oh god.
I don't like anything graveyard.
So let's see what we got here. All right, check it out.
Yeah, unmute it. Unmute it.
Yeah, it's unmuted.
Fabiola Nova Rodriguez. So there was a cemetery in Las Cruces, New Mexico, right?
Okay.
And this cemetery was known for getting vandalized. They would leave little stuffed animals for little kids that passed away. They would leave candles, flowers. But every single time that would happen, something or somebody would come and basically the whole shit up.
That's dope.
So a family decided to set up a little camera to see if they could catch anybody who was basically vandalizing their son's grave, right? And instead of finding somebody who was vandalizing the grave, they end up seeing a little girl in the middle of the night. I'm gonna show you the video. Let me know what you think. If you think it's somebody or if you think it's a ghost.
That's a still?
Yeah.
Oh, what the? If that was a homeless little girl, like, why would she be going to a grave?
That's my question.
And that one specifically, too?
I don't know if you missed it, but on the last picture, there's like a taller shadow when she's like running. There's a taller shadow at the end of the picture. Basically, what they're saying is that the grave that she was at, he had just gotten.
Whoa.
She's basically like his angel trying to guide him because she died in a similar manner, trying to guide him to the afterlife. Some people are theorizing that she was a homeless little girl, but it wasn't until this woman by the name of Sandra Gonzalez, she ended up coming forward and saying, that's the ghost of my daughter who passed away in 2018. That video went viral in 2020. So 2 years ago, her daughter, Fabiola Nova Rodriguez, ended up tragically passing away because she had left her daughter with her boyfriend, right? With her boyfriend at the time, because she was going to work overnight. And, you know, she trusted him. Just watch my daughter for the night. I'm going to go to work. And his like testimony is that the ghost video of Fabiola Nova Rodriguez. So there was a cemetery in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Right?
That's crazy, bro.
And women need to stop leaving your kids with folks.
For real.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I didn't see the other shadow until this time before.
Oh, you didn't see the shadow?
Yeah, it was like on the corner.
You want me to run it back?
No, I did. I saw it. I didn't see it when I originally saw that video, though.
You didn't see the first time?
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's no cap.
Yeah, definitely no cap. So with that, no cap. No Capatron.
No kibbity cap.
All right. So this next one's called "There Is a Man."
There is a man. A man.
There's a man. All right.
Viralizou um vídeo assustador dessa conta em que uma criança aponta em direção a uma porta e diz que ali há um homem. O problema é que ao abrir a porta não há ninguém. Há apenas uma casinha que a criança costuma brincar. O mais bizarro é que a criança insiste em dizer que ele está ali.
A good man?
E mal sabia a mãe o que iria acontecer ali futuramente. A mãe, ao perceber que essa casinha era o brinquedo favorito da sua filha, reformou ela de tal forma que parecesse
Oh, I see this dollhouse.
de casa. A criança pediu até mesmo para colocar.
So this is
So what are we looking at?
Wasn't in Spanish before, but essentially she's saying that dollhouse is the same model as like the real house, even with the ring camera. And the little girl keeps saying there's a man in there, he's inside. But you couldn't really hear it because I don't know, in Spanish? I don't know.
A mesma campainha com câmera. E foi justamente por conta dessa câmera que
So this is the ring camera from the dollhouse.
Okay.
algo bem sinistro foi registrado. A primeira coisa estranha é quando a campainha está sendo pressionada, mesmo sem ter ninguém na câmera. Porém, isso acontece logo em seguida. A partir daqui, a porta começa a abrir e fechar repetidas vezes. Mas é nesse momento aqui que algo bem sinistro é captado.
And then it moved that.
It moved the door.
Yeah.
De forma assustadora,
That
algo
window.
parece levantar os cabelos dessa boneca
move the
e
window
logo em
too?
seguida soltá-los. Teria sido isso
the
o
hair.
suposto homem
Oh,
visto
move the
pela criança?
hair.
But I thought I saw something in that little window thingy too.
Really?
That she-
And that's
Oh,
the
what the
mom.
fuck
Like,
is-
the mom that was
Oh,
going
okay.
on.
Shit, mom's standing there scared the shit out of me.
I know. She
Mom's scared
was
me too when I
scarier than the
first time.
freaking.
It wasn't in Spanish the first time whatever. But yeah, so capital cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
No cat.
Would you like to throw the hat, Shell?
But I don't know if it's
So-
no cap or not because she opening the door could have
It could have
blew
been
in the wind to blow the hair. I'm gonna say cap.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm gonna say cap.
I
Because mommy was there. I don't know. The timing was so weird because all of a sudden now she's in there.
no cat.
I'm going with cap.
no cat.
I think mommy rang the doorbell.
Would say y'all. They just said no cat. People who are watching out there, cap or no cap? I know you're out there. I see the numbers. But you silent viewers, it's okay. It's all right. We appreciate you guys just even joining in and just watching.
Yeah.
I'm
And
going
yeah,
against it.
yeah. But we got Shell as a special guest on Cap or No Cap, man. So
Yeah, we shoot it more often.
right. All right. So the next one is called Might Want to Turn Around.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, it's kind of the typing is kind of small on my computer. All right. Share my screen here. All right, here we go.
Oh my actual god. Oh my actual
Oh, it's hard to catch, y'all.
Don't know.
What? Oh,
Where?
It's hard to catch.
it's right here.
Oh my actual god.
Y'all see it? You see it? Shell?
No.
It's right
I don't
there.
see it.
Oh my actual god.
Someone's
No.
leg goes back into the woods.
Yeah, that leg goes back into the woods.
I still don't see a leg. I think she's hallucinating.
Right there.
Oh my actual god.
The dog peeped at
I
first.
still don't see it.
Yeah, the dog's peeping it.
Oh my actual god.
I say it clear as day.
That's not a good one, but I'm gonna say no cap. That's not
Well,
a good-
something was definitely there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
What
gonna
do you
say
think?
cap because I couldn't see it.
Or whatever. But
Nathan says Cap as well. Something was there.
Yeah, I can't see it. I mean, our
Hey.
dogs look at a distance in the yard, and there's nothing there. So
there's something there. It's hard to catch.
You
yeah, I
just
couldn't. I couldn't see it, so I have to give it a cap.
All right. So the
Well,
next one,
I'm gonna give it no cap.
I'm gonna give it a no cap. Too. All right, so the next one is called Running on Water. This one's kind of
Yeah.
goofy. So whatever.
Bro, what is going on? Bro, this is real footage of the CIA chasing a man running across the water. Now, I don't know if they are deep out in the ocean or they might be like
That looked like a woman.
near the, I don't know what's going on here, bro. Or this might not be the ocean. This could be a lake. I don't know where they are at, but all I know is I see a man in a robe running across the water. What is this AI detectives? I need answers. Bro, what is going on? Bro,
what do y'all think? Y'all think that could be a thing?
Is that a man or a woman?
I don't know.
It's Cap.
I think she got powers, bro. CIA chasing her to like she broke out of a
Got the X gene.
Yeah, got the
I'm trying to
X
say
gene.
what's her name, Clarissa or whatever, the boxer, but now she's a runner.
Oh, there's a boxer that became a runner?
No, I said now she's a runner. That's what it looked like.
She's a
kinda
runner. She's a-
manly. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about? Clarissa.
yeah. She's a runner. She's a track star.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says
Yeah,
AI.
I think it's Cap too.
Get powers.
Yeah, I think it's fake.
Yeah, probably Cap. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, it's definitely Cap. So I'm gonna have to
Put that back on.
reapply my cap for the caption. Okay. Clarissa explains it all.
Yeah.
Cody, do you remember that show?
Yeah, a Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Me too. All right. So I think we are at our last one now, right? My 600 pounds.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to start it the right way. All right, give me a second, guys. My mouse is out, so I'm working with the laptop mouse, and I'm not very quick with it. So bear with me. All right. Oh, I didn't like this. I didn't like this. Okay, so this is my 600 pounds. So check it out.
You know what it might be? It might just be like one of these kind of just shifted and moved. I could have swore I saw something moving. Yeah, no, I don't see anything else. I'm looking in the reflection too. I don't see anything. Now, what was that?
I knew it was gonna be
You know
some
what it might
bullshit. Or, I was like, what? Why is he doing those jars like
Did
that?
you
What's
jump,
that
Kobe?
guy-
I didn't see Kobe jump.
No,
So you didn't jump.
I was like, I just knew. Should have known there was gonna be a jump scare somewhere in there.
the end. You know what I mean?
It had to be the last one.
I think my right eye twitched just a little bit.
Shell, you jumped. You scared.
No, I didn't.
Shell's scary. She
No.
jumped, bro. Did Shell jump?
No, I don't think she did.
We got
Where's he coming at?
This got me.
Well,
Got
I
you.
don't know. I'll be fine.
I was too invested in the pickles. I was like, dang, those
Those
look
pickles look good. Those pickles look great, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, y'all. Show's over. Show's over. That's it. We're done. We appreciate everybody joining. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, it was a good time. Next week,
Always.
we will be doing. I don't know. I guess we're gonna do the Project Looking Glass.
You do Project Looking Glass.
We'll do that, and then we'll do Old World, and then we'll just keep banging away at these.
Yeah, there's so much stuff out there that we're gonna, and then we can always go back to stuff too. To another look, a deeper dive into things too, man. So for those that are into that stuff, the creepy, the things that go bump in the night, the ancient history, lost history, his story versus the real story. Please continue to join us every Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And let us know. Oh, sorry, but let us know if you got
No, go
things you want us to cover. I mean, maybe we'll get back. We've done a while, maybe we'll get back into our side quest bag and actually some content.
We really need to, because we got a lot of content we got to get through.
Honestly, Rashad kind of not flexing his muscles on that.
Say what?
Content.
Uh-oh.
Could be deep dive content.
Oh, bro, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro. You went out.
Oh, did I go out?
Yeah.
Did I mute myself?
Nah,
I don't
just I think it was just the internet fucking up. What'd you say, buddy?
I said this. I was just saying. We could do our own kind of content and deep diving and stuff. You know a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
we could do stuff like that again. But I mean, yeah, man. Let us know if you guys got stuff you want us to cover on these lives, or we'll just keep, pushing away. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't know it'd be where it's at right now, like the things that we're talking about. So
Right. Yeah, it definitely opened our eyes to new things and new discoveries and learning a lot. So it's been fun going on this journey with everybody. Nathan, he's always in the building, man. So we appreciate you, man. Appreciate your comments and your interaction, and everybody else who pulls up too. And then again, Cheryl for pulling up for Cap or no Cap.
I had to surprise you today.
She's like, you gonna tell bro? Like, nah, I won't surprise him.
It's not a random.
So, but we appreciate that type of interest and that type of support from everybody. So, we got to do a just ask Whitey side quest again. Get back with Nathan White, man, because those are phenomenal. Get some of our cousins on here too, to tell their stories. So, but yeah, man. Before we go, Kobe, anything you want to tell the people?
Yeah. So have a good rest of your night. And don't whistle at night. Don't whistle in the woods, and honor your ancestors. You have a good week. Be safe.
All right. With that, be out of here.
Out of here.
Peace.
Blood giants.
People who came from the sky.
Yeah.